Talk about the Nikon Z6 II. You should get one. Z6 II. I've had this for a little over a year. Actually about a year and a month. And I've taken a lot of pictures with it, done parties with it. Is it perfect? No. But I don't shoot birds and I don't shoot sports a lot, so I'm not worried about it tracking fast subjects. But for portraitures and parties and cityscapes, landscapes like that, it's a great camera. It's had a few updates. In fact, I had an update when I first bought it and I updated it. The last update was nothing special, but it's got great picture quality. What else can I say nice about this thing? Nikon cameras always feel good in the hand. Now, I know everybody wants mirrorless, so they want to be lighter, but I put a grip and a cage on it. Weight's never been an issue for me with my cameras. I figured it helped me hold them steadier if they have a little weight to them. It doesn't have that flippy articulated screen, but that's enough for what I'll be doing with this. So, I haven't really done a lot of video with it because this is my stills camera. I got a Z30 to do video stuff with. I'm not doing that much video, just mostly YouTube and some talking head videos right now. Yeah. It's got 3 user settings, which is good because my D750 only had 2 custom user settings. I mean, it's got, it goes to, I want to make sure, so I don't say it wrong, it goes to 1/8,000th of a second. It has high-speed sync. I've changed some of the buttons. I turned off the seeing the exposure in the EVF and on the back of the screen and switched it to this front button here so I can do that when I want to do it. But when I'm setting up a shot, I put my aperture and it's in low light. I want to be able to see what I'm aiming at. And if you turn it down when it has the default setting, it gets dark. So I changed that. You can change that in the custom menu, controls. I don't remember the number, but it's in there. Anyway, now I have 2 batteries for it. I haven't had any issues with battery consumption because I looked up a few videos, changed a few settings, you know, like the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I turn airplane mode on now so that all that's turned off. And unless I want it, then I can turn airplane mode off and didn't have all that because that'll use battery power. I turned off some like automatic image review because that used battery power. Plus, coming from a DSLR, that was kind of annoying seeing us looking through your viewfinder and seeing your still image when you really want to take another shot. You had to get used to pressing the shutter button again to get back into the live mode that you can see what's actually going on with what you're going to photograph next. So I turned it off. It only comes on if I hit the image review button now, because that's the only time I need to see it. I don't need to see those images after every shot. They got a little annoying. It really did. But I mean, it's done great work for me. I made a little money with it. I'm very happy with it. I did want a Z7 II, but didn't have the money for that. But this is, coming from the D750, this is good. I actually like this way better than my D750. And I don't have a problem with the EVF over an optical viewfinder. Because if you press the depth of field preview on our optical viewfinder, it just gets dark, you know. You don't really know what the exposure is because, you know, your eye is not the camera sensor. Your eye is better than a camera sensor, but there's never been anything I could judge an exposure by on a DSLR. And the thing about it is the depth of field preview is just to see the depth of field in your shot through an optical viewfinder. Whereas on a mirrorless camera, you can see the depth of field and the exposure when you press the depth of field button, if you assign it to one of the function buttons. It is still smaller than my D750 because my D750 had a grip, my D600 had a grip. Matter of fact, all the cameras that I've owned, they could have grips, had grips. So I guess I'm kind of just used to the weight, and it's still a little bit lighter than them. I like that it has the backup card. I wish it was two CF Express Type B cards, but then that would make it more expensive. If I really need to shoot something really fast, I'd just take the SD card out because that would be your bottleneck. I've only ever had one card go bad on me. It was the SD card. It was only a month old SanDisk, but I still have a lot of SanDisk SD cards lying around. So I was able to use the camera as soon as it got here. And then I got a CF Express Type B card to go in it. And I don't really have any complaints. I like the fact that you can charge the batteries in the USB grip, from the USB grip, or from the camera itself. That it's hot swappable, something my D750 never had. I couldn't hot swap those batteries. You had to take out the whole battery tray to change those batteries. This you don't. You can hot swap and just keep hot swapping and keep the second battery bank B fully charged for if you run out of extra batteries. A lot of the older batteries do work with it, like the original EN-EL15 and the EN-EL15A and the EN-EL15B. And I'm not sure about the A or the B, but I had a couple EN-EL15s, the original ones, and this thing ate them up like candy. I have two EN-EL15Cs in here, and they last a lot longer. And Nikon keeps up the good work. I've been shooting Nikon for a while. I like the cameras. I'm not gonna say anything bad about other camera brands because I think their cameras are good too. I don't really want to compare camera to camera, and I don't really think that's fair, you know. It's what you do with the camera that counts. The camera doesn't do the photography, you do. So it's a pretty good camera. I don't know what more to say about it. I mean, if you want to know all the technical specs and stuff, it's been out long enough. There are plenty of videos that can give you all the technical specs on how much video it can do. There's one thing, you can get in log with this, but you have to send it back in and pay extra money. But I ain't doing that. I'm not at that point yet, so. But other than that, I need one more Nikon camera. And I don't know what it's gonna be yet, because I'm still working on lenses for this thing. All Z mount, I'm getting rid of all my F mount things, and actually I gotta call a friend, see if he wants to buy this 70-200 before I sell it. Give him a shot at it, because he's still shooting F mount. But if you get one, I hope that you enjoy it. If you have one, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you're having any kind of problems with it, there are plenty of videos to tell you what to do about it. Don't just take bashing the first guy that says, oh, it's a piece of crap. Look around, get more opinions. Maybe somebody will tell you something that'll solve your problem. And you'll be like, oh, this is a great camera now. And this is my baby right at the moment. And I'm proud of her. So you have a great day. Peace.